This video is by Straight Goods News, SGNews.ca.
It's very disturbing that a journalist has lost her job after we had a backbench in the Conservative Party telling the truth on his opinion as far as the scenic takeover of Nexen is concerned. So a journalist has lost their job. It's very disconcerting, and I think it's just in the framework of things, this government does not seem to have a lot of respect for democratic debate and the important work that journalists do. And a journalist has lost her job as a result.
What does it say about the independent thinking that goes on within the, or is allowed to go on within the Conservative?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Mr. Bazan was so truthful about his opposition to the scenic takeover of Nexen, that he said very clearly that he raised this issue, that he sent the letter on in good faith, and how rapidly the PMO reacted to shut him down and to get another letter out that was in keeping with the PMO's wishes to talk about the deal in a much more positive way, I think just shows a lack of respect for the opinions of members of Parliament. These members of Parliament are supposed to be representing their constituencies. I've certainly seen in Calgary the reaction to the scenic takeover, and now we're seeing systematically MPs who speak out being told to stop talking, and we saw, of course, the consequences for that journalist, which I feel are very worrisome and very sad.
What do you, with foreign takeover rules that the Conservatives are going to have to establish and haven't yet, what do you feel they're not revealing, or what are they concealing there? What are you worried about?
Well, 2 years ago, Parliament made a decision. They gave a very clear direction to the Harper government, and they badly dropped the ball. We reminded them of this last July when we first knew of the Cynic application, and the government has just badly messed up on this file. There's no other way to put it. We now have potential investors who are concerned because there's no clarity around net benefit. The public has lost confidence in this government. There's no doubt. There's no public consultations. So you have a government that has badly botched this file. There's no other way to put it. And I think the government just thinks through political spin and putting it off sometime around Christmas that somehow they'll be able to get out of this. If they try to rubber stamp it around Christmas time and they think the public won't be attentive to that, I think they're deceiving themselves. Because I think the Canadians will react very badly.
With all the flub-ups they've made here, which is the most concerning?
But where to start? They've had 2 years, they dropped the ball. They knew back in July, they dropped the ball again. They're making decisions at midnight or late on Friday evening that have significant consequences. They've lost the confidence of the public, they've lost the confidence of potential investors. Nobody knows in which direction they're heading. I think it's really hard to identify what's number one. They've just messed up badly and thoroughly throughout this file.